Cody Olson will be our official tonight. I think you've got to have some pretty good credentials to be the official at the All-Star meet, so I'm guessing he's seen a few NCAA tournaments.
Oh, that's for sure. These guys get going pretty quick. It's hard to keep up with them sometimes. They get to rolling around, and it's hard to tell who's got the points or who doesn't. So got to be on your toes the whole time.
In the maroon, we have Minnesota's Jason Ness. In the red, we have Nebraska's Paul Donahoe. Paul is a defending NCAA champion. Here's an interesting twist. They met twice last year and both matches were won by Ness. So these guys are wrestling their third time.
Yeah, some hot blood in this match, that's for sure.
A little later tonight, at 184 pounds, we're going to see Roger Kish from Minnesota wrestle. And for those of you that remember that match 2 years ago, this is the guy who beat him in the NCAA finals in an incredibly intense match. You remember that match, Shane?
Pretty vividly, that's for sure. There's a lot going on. Points didn't show up, but we sure moved around and worked our butts off. That's for sure.
Wrestled about as hard as these 25-pounders do out here.
Yeah.
From Nebraska, Paul Donahoe is a junior from Davidson, Michigan, and is the defending NCAA champion at 125 pounds. 1 minute.
Jason Ness placed 5th in the NCAAs last March. But he's facing Paul Donahoe of Nebraska. Paul had an amazing run to the title last year. Paul's the junior out of Davison, Michigan.
Yeah, one thing that I remember for sure out of these Minnesota wrestlers, they're bangers. They like to get in there and bang heads and like to get real heavy with their hands.
Jason Ness from Minnesota is a sophomore out of Bloomington, Minnesota. He's a returning Big Ten champion.
5 seconds.
He led the team last year as a freshman, hitting 15 of his opponents.
Jason Ness. Ness shoots down to begin the second period.
Now we've gone scoreless in the first 3-minute period of the match, so we're still at a 0-0 match. Ness won the toss and took down. No near fall awarded, but boy, that was awful close.
Yes, it was. Got a good tight waist and a half there, trying to roll him through, get some near fall points.
The referee's got several 1 counts, but he has not got to 2. There's no near fall. Boy, Donahoe is good with those legs, but here Ness got what he wanted. When he took down, he was hoping for that escape point.
And he got it, that's for sure. Donahoe got a little too high there, and Ness capitalized on it, that's for sure.
1 minute.
Donahoe comes off a 35-5 record last year.
45 seconds.
Took second in the Big 12 championships. But he went 5-0 in the NCAAs to capture the title at 125 pounds, upsetting #1 Sam Hazelwinkle of Oklahoma with a 3-1 sudden victory to become Nebraska's 9th national champion. I recognize Minnesota coach Jay Robinson. Who else is over? Is that Barry Davis in that corner with the red coaches? You know those other two?
I don't know.
In the third period.
Well, I can tell watching this Nebraska wrestler where Jason Powell wrestled at and coached at before he came to Oregon. They can see he worked out with him quite a bit when he was there as a younger wrestler. And talking to Powell and watching him wrestle, I can tell that they definitely worked on some things together.
Now we've got riding time working its way down. It was in Donahue's favor. Ness hangs on with that single. He's still in control. Donahue in the green. Jason Ness in the green is now gaining riding time. The official is showing control. And now a stalemate puts Donahoe back down under Ness, even though he'd gotten to his feet and turned back in.
Tough breaker. That's a lot of work to be having to start all over again.
Well, to Ness's credit, he hung in there on and didn't release control.
It's true, yeah.
Now Ness is gaining riding time advantage. There's the escape. Oh, that was quick. Donahoe leads.
Great high cross by Donahoe.
He's in tight, but Ness is locked in around that leg, and he's not releasing position here. So there's no takedown. The referee's signaling no control. Donahoe's trying to work around. If he could get that leg around, capture, pull himself around. There's the takedown. And back points, it looks like. It looks like 2 for sure. There's the 2. Now he's gone up. In the third period now, the score is 5-1. 15 seconds left. And it looks like we understand now why Paul Donahoe is the national champion. He gives Ness an escape. Riding time will not be a factor in this match. 3 seconds. This match is essentially over. Paul Donahoe is just backing up. Now they both realize that. Outstanding effort by both those guys.
That was a great match to start off this All-Star duel. The reason it's called the All-Stars is these guys are great.